it will take our actors to more global, it will take our actors overseas, will make it more popular. You also said about 2-3 months back, I think it was, I don't know if it was in Davos, you mentioned that Indian cinema will have to change to adapt to being global cinema. What changes are you talking about?
I think when I say this, maybe I made a little mistake. I think when I was talking about, Indian cinema adapting to global cinema, I meant in terms of length and interval, which I keep mentioning every time, and maybe the screenplay writing also, and maybe the songs also. But I think I forgot to mention I'm talking more about how the Americans like the film and how the Europeans like the film. Having said that, I think this huge market in China, this huge market in South America, and this huge market in Africa, they really are not bothered about, this uniform is for Europe and for America, where cinema is shorter, without an interval. So, and that is also a huge market. So I meant it for them. But as far as cinema from India is concerned, we can retain our songs and dances, because that is a USP. But I do feel in the times that are changing, I didn't mean it to deride Indian cinema. I mean people have less time now. Time has become, investment of time is becoming the biggest investment. And when I see youngsters, they just want to see things quickly and move on. So I think that uniformity will have to come in Indian cinema. We will have to make films tighter. And I'm also a big believer of no intervals. Because, it just kind of breaks the continuity and...
But do you see a lot of Indian movies moving away from the 3-hour format, maybe to 1 hour, 30 minutes?
Yes, they will. And, I don't know if you know this. When we release our films overseas sometimes, there are edits which are shorter and which are as good sometimes. Sometimes they're not as good. So I think we'll have to let go and decide that if I'm going to attend your party, I have to wear the clothes that you have specified on the invitation. So if you said formal, I can't come in shorts. So the world cinema is very clear. They have a uniform explained that this is what we like to watch films, and the world watches those films. We do form a very small part of it as yet, Indian films. So we need to follow, and I think that dignity we need to give to the world cinema, that we'll change our uniform a little without changing the content.
So talking about change, Mr. Khan, what has really changed as far as cinema making is concerned? And I was speaking to you earlier, the way movie was made when you entered the film industry vis-a-vis how they're being made now. There is so much more emphasis on technology. There is so much more emphasis on marketing and sales and product placement. What has it done to movie making at large? Has it changed the soul of filmmaking? I mean, how have things changed for someone like you, from an actor to a producer to still being an actor? I mean, how...
I'll be honest, I'm a producer by choice only because I want to make the kind of films I think should be made.
Sure.
When you're a star, then you get completely taken in by the fact that my next film should be a big hit. So I produce films so I can do different kind of films and showcase it to everyone. Things have changed. I think technology has changed. There is a lot more corporatization. As far as the methodology and how people now look at finances and businesses, it's not loose. I think we have become more, disciplined. We finish films on time, date releases, all this wasn't there. Earlier ऐसा होता था, हम गए shooting पे, तो मेरे director ऐसा बोलते, आजा लाडले बैठ जा, कुछ करें आज? तो हाँ सर, कुछ कर लेते हैं, क्या करते हैं? Love scene कर लेते हैं यार. लेकिन ये लड़की नहीं आई है, तो दूसरा scene कर लेते हैं. So it was like this, and now it has changed completely. Do you know what you're going to do? There are rehearsals and everything is fixed, and it's mainly because the stakes are very high. It's very expensive to make a film. To all businessmen here, it is genuinely a high-risk business. It seems from the outside that, films, easy money, no. And all these figures that you hear are mostly gross. So when you make them net, the profits are very, very few.
So it's not really 1,000 crore or 500 crore profit that actually...
I mean, that collection is there, but everybody understands gross is really different from what happens at the end of... it's nice to expound those figures, but...
But as a producer, when you're making a movie, does it cross your mind that, okay, what kind of product placements do I need? What are my avenues to make to hedge my bets before the movie releases? Does it cross your mind?
Well, I think I'll take the responsibility of introducing product placement in films.
That's right.
I started with Phir Bhi Dil Hai Hindustani, and I think it's a good place if you can do it with sensitivity and some creativity. You just can't be doing each and everything. So I do it wherever it's possible. If you have a car in the film, you can go to a brand, I may go to my own Hyundai and say, can we have it? And not perhaps only take money. Sometimes I'm blowing up 20 cars in a film, so maybe just the cars. So to cover up and hedge your cost, yes, I think it's all right to do it, but creatively. You can't be in your face and not
True,
nice.
and you'll kill the whole spirit of cinema. A quick question on sports, because that's also entertainment increasingly. You've got 3 T20 teams in South Africa, West Indies, and also India. Has what started as a hobby really become a very well thought out business venture?
A lot of people will bid to differ here, but I think you should, I'm a big believer that you should only do the business which is close to your heart, not close to your head. It should be something that you feel for. I love sports. I got an opportunity in cricket. I love cinema, so I keep doing as an actor and as a producer. And I like children, and I say this again and again. I would love to do, theme parks for children. Kidzania is one. So my businesses are completely related to the heart. I would not venture into a business if it doesn't appeal to my heart. And I think that's when you can take losses, because you know this means so much to you. And when the profits come, it seems doubly happy. It seems doubly rewarding when you do that. So cricket didn't start as a hobby. I love sports. That was the only sports available, so we started. And now we've expanded. We are in the Caribbean, and we are now in South Africa.
That's right.
And I think as a brand building, so when we're advertising, our advertisers get the whole world, the whole year round. And we get to choose better players from all over the world now. We have access to that. So I think the business of sports is also, I always believe जब रोटी कपड़ा मकान एक देश में खत्म हो जाता है, खत्म मतलब पूरा हो जाता है. I think the next big thing is entertainment and sports. So I think we are on the cusp of that. And entertainment and sports is going to be really big in our country.
I'll ask you a question that I wasn't intending on asking, but you kind of cueing me to
फिर
it.
क्यों पूछ रहे हो?
पूछती हूँ ना. What does money mean to you after all these years?
Nothing at all, actually. And I have no compunction saying that. I mean, joke about it. I'll talk about monies. I'll talk about I'm rich and good looking. The good looking part I believe, the rich part I don't. But it means nothing to me. I come from a very, very, very humble beginnings. And I'm not romanticizing my Delhi days. I am from a very low middle class house. For me, earning ₹1 lakh meant मैं लखपति हो गया. और I had thought when I went to Mumbai that I'll retire. And I have ₹1 lakh right now. And, I can retire tomorrow. Money means nothing to me unless it is able to create some kind of a effect and change people's life through the work that I put my money in. There's no point just holding money and, yes, I wanted a house, I wanted a car. I'll tell all young children in the world, please feed your stomach first. Those ideologies of कि जब तक गुर्बत और तकलीफ नहीं होती, दुख नहीं होता, आदमी creative नहीं होता, ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है यार. You can be creative with the stomach full. So please earn, because you have to earn for your wife, you have to earn for your children, and I've started making my wife also earn for me now, so we're earning for each other. But genuinely, money means nothing if it doesn't have the capacity of changing lives of people in your work. So whichever business you are in, if you're not going to invest back that money and change lives through the business that you are in, it's no point.
वो कहते हैं profit के बिना philosophy नहीं आती है.
There should be profit, but that profit is not for hoarding. I think everybody will agree here, everybody is well-to-do here, that after a certain time, money does not have the kind of value it had when you started off. So you need to allow that money, and I'm not just talking CSR work, I'm talking, you should allow the money to go back into your own world. You don't need to be just doing social service. Let it go back and let it grow. And I'm a very big believer of Make in India kind of thing. For me, I got this opportunity, and I say this with a lot of emotion, that I became a star that I've become. And am I going to lose that opportunity just by buying big cars? No. I will invest it back into a business of cinema where maybe another 100 or 200 children like me get that opportunity, inshallah.
That's a politically good point to end on, Make in India. But I'll take quick questions because you're the king of rapid fire. I'm going to attempt one here. And considering you are at the ETGBS, where does Shah Rukh Khan invest? Economic Times Global Business Summit.
Oh, okay. I thought... these youngsters, LOL.
Where does Shah Rukh Khan invest his money?
I think if I was asked one thing in the education of my kids, I would like to give them the best education possible. There is no alternative to good education.
A gadget you can't live without?
Abram. So chabi lagaya.
Your favorite businessman in India?
मेरे दोस्त हैं, हमारा शायद हुआ है, राजन है यहाँ पे. मेरे सब हम बचपन के दोस्त हैं. I think Ratan Tata Saab is very cool. I haven't met him ever. I just met him socially. What I hear, he's very cool. There's so many. Actually, I really, really admire lots of businessmen. So some I'm not naming, but Mukesh Bhai is very cool. I think it's amazing to learn from them. I go into their offices, sit down in their board meetings. I think Mr. Lakshmi Mittal had taken me once in London. I get completely intrigued by the vision businessmen have. I get very intrigued by business.
A Netflix series that you're hooked on to?
Narcos was wonderful. I'm waiting for the next season. And yeah, Narcos is the coolest, I think.
A business story that caught your interest in recent times and you can't say Nirav Modi.
I wasn't going to say that. I don't know, yeah, recent time. You tell me some, you are in the Economic Times, you would know all the business stories. Give me a choice, give me 5 choices. A, B, C, D, E, all of the above.
We'll let that pass.
नहीं क्यों बोलो ना आप तो इतने स्मार्ट हैं सारा बिजनेस मालूम है इकोनॉमिक टाइम्स के हेड हैं कम ऑन गो फॉर इट
I said we'll let it pass.
No, please, I want one business story. Come on.
Okay, India's growth rate, the PNB fraud scam,
And now
GST.
who's being politically correct?
The GST. Okay, a quick last question. Your mother-in-law is in the audience. Is she tough to please?
नहीं बिल्कुल नहीं तुझे देखा तो ये जाना सनम प्यार होता है मैं पूरी पंजाबी फैमिली को ये गाना गा के पटा लिया मैंने कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं
And your favorite Khan at home?
My daughter and actually she's a Khanam. We don't have surnames in Pathans. We really are actually don't have this patriarchal thing. So it's actually Khanam means miss and Khan means mister. We don't have surnames. So my daughter 100% and my sister, all the girls are my favorite people in the house. The boys are okay.
So let's hear it from all the women in the house for Shah Rukh Khan. Thanks very much for this chat.
Thank you very much.
Such a pleasure.
And I genuinely want to take this opportunity to thank you everyone. I belong to Delhi. For me to come here, this is very humbling that I can come here and speak to so many important, wonderful people. I think ETGBS is fantastic. Thank you, Vineet, for having me over as a guest. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Lavaji, and everyone who's been being kind. जाने से पहले GBS के लिए मैं एक डायलॉग बोल देता हूँ. अम्मी जान कहती थी, कोई भी धंधा छोटा नहीं होता और धंधे से बड़ा कोई धर्म नहीं होता. जय GBS. God bless you all. Thank you very much. Good afternoon. Thank you. Thank you, Supriya.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. Such a pleasure.
Thank you.